Wasabi gangsters. Boy, do I have a video for you. I was away for a week, and I didn't do a reading writing update last week. So this week, you're all getting a treat. All right? Let's just get right into the reading, and then we'll do the writing on the back quarter, half, / whatever. There was no Berserk this week. I'll just get that out of the way right away. I was in the Midwest at the Iowa State Fair. Had a great time. And here I am today, talking to you, ready to rock and roll. It's Thursday. Let's get into it. So, what did I do? Well, I read actually a pretty good bit. I finished up By Blood, by Salt, which is a group read between myself, Tom Orange, Noel D., and Jake from Nerd Level Rising. We're going to be doing a group discussion, potentially with the author. I think spoiler-free and spoiler, going over this book. Personally, I enjoyed it quite a bit. As I was reading, especially getting towards the end, there's a decent amount of action in this. I was thinking about Imperium by Robert Harris as I was reading this, just simply because of the way language is used, and there's some machinations, a lot of that going on in the background. You can tell J.L. Odom, I believe, was a linguist in the Marine Corps. I could be wrong there, but I believe that's the case. And you can really see that kind of show on the page here, and it's such a unique take from an author to see it put into a sort of a military fantasy such as this. It does have a little bit of questing going on, but it's kind of, I don't want to say the goals are vague. They're actually pretty specific, but it really is about the movement that's going on between the characters politically, and how much we're starting to see the communication and the truth, the weight of truth, and how much it bears onto some of our main characters and prophecy. And there's a lot of really cool things that this book is playing with, and I actually can't wait to read Haunt for Jackals, which I believe is the name of the second book of the series. Hopefully I'm not saying that incorrectly. But yeah, I finished this up just today, and I loved it. Thoroughly enjoyed that video, this book. I believe it won the SPFBO. It did win, sorry, the Spiffbox SPFBO 10, which was an excellent read. And well-deserved, obviously. I haven't really read much on that list, but this was incredible. I can see why it won. Then, I finished this up first, Reaper's Gale. Got to the end of this book. The common theme I also am seeing as I started to go back and watch some spoiler videos on this is that the beginning does lull a little bit, and I sort of did feel that. I sort of felt that in the middle, even though it's my favorite series, there was a lot that was going on that felt, I don't want to say dragged out, because I don't think that's fair. Because I actually do think that a lot of what goes on in the story is important, but being this being a book 7, I got to this expecting for everything to have clicked as it has the last 3 or 4 books that I've read ever since Dead House Gates. And now that we're here, I sort of got that feeling again of okay, I'm lost. I'm just going to trust Steven Erikson to get me to where I'm going. And by the way, totally justified in that trust as well, because the ending of this one, oh my gosh, the last 2 books really, or maybe 3, he has had, honestly, all these books have multiple climax moments, and they are so good. And there was a lot that this book was building up to. We got a pretty dope payoff, all things considered, but there was some that we were kind of diverted from that I wish we would have seen. Those of you who have read it probably know what I'm referencing. We did see some of my favorite characters. We got some unexpected outcomes from some of my favorite characters, which I thought was really cool, and I can't wait to see where Steven Erikson is going with this as I move on to Toll the Hounds. But I'm actually going to read Return of the Crimson Guard. I actually have the mass market paperback coming my way today. That's going to be my next read, Return of the Crimson Guard, because I'm going to try and dive through the rest of Malazan here in these coming months. So that was my last read I finished. Now we're going to go through a little bit of books I picked up, because we got a mini haul, which we got a Darkness at Sethanon. Hopefully I'm saying that right. The final Broken Binding subscription box. I mean, Jeff Brown is just unbelievable, huh? Just unbelievable. Jeez. Your destiny is now your own to forge as best you may. That's what it says on the back. All right. So it's very awesome, obviously. I'm going to put that back next to its compatriots over here. Fantastic. Sorry, my back is turned to you. We got Empires of Dust by Ron Cahill. I actually still have to get the ice. But I have finished Of War and Ruin. I will be reading the ice before I go into Of Empires and Dust. And oh boy, is this a chonker. But just look at how beautiful that book is. Seriously, unbelievable. I believe this is another Stewart batch. The same guy that does my cover art did Ryan Cahill's, and it's one of the reasons why I picked him. He's just so freaking good. This is so cool to see, and I'll get more onto that cover later, talking about referencing my covers. We have Dirge of Cascius, Part 1 by Calum Lott. Hopefully I'm saying that right, not Calum or Calum. I believe it's Calum. This is a re-release, I believe, of Dirge for Cascius. This was Broken Binding signed edition that they did a limited run of. I mean, the art on this is just absolutely spectacular. Come on, unbelievable. So those are my book pickups. Sorry. I am also currently reading, let's talk about that, Blackmouth by Ronald Malfi. I'm going to show you my Kindle here. I'm about 35% of my way through this. 9 chapters roughly, and I'm actually loving this. It does give me a lot of Stephen King vibes. The horror aspects and the elements of it are looming. The character work here is incredible. I'm absolutely stunned by Ronald Malfi. I love this. This is my first intro. I've seen Mike's Book Reviews talk about it. I've seen John for Talking Story talk about it. I don't want to misquote, but I feel like who else did I see talk about this? That I'm going to stop there. But yeah, I'm loving it so far. I'm really thoroughly enjoying it, and I think I'm gonna cruise through that before I get into Return of the Crimson Guard for my next Malazan read, and then hopefully right into Toll the Hounds. But that's what's going on there. So now I'm going to talk about my writing updates for those of you who are just here for the reading. I'm grateful that you stopped by. I'm going to dive into some Book 1 and Book 2 updates for Mercy, the series that I wrote. Now, I have 2 copies here. One is a KDP edition. You can see this one is a little bit more red. This is the KDP version. It will be available for Amazon Prime delivery. Now, this one I'm not going to stop selling, but if you really, it's hard to tell, but there is like less than a millimeter of a difference in height here, and it bugs the heck out of me. The color is a little annoying too, because this is the Ingram Spark one over here. These are the traditional paperbacks I've been selling. I don't have the KDP up yet. I actually want to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments on that. This is just a proof copy here, and I think I'm going to put it up because I want it to be available for people to get through Prime, but I know there's a bunch of people that already ordered the OG paperbacks. I'm also giving away 5 of these for us reaching 1,000 copies sold. I'm going to be getting I'm going to be giving away 5 of the Ingram Spark paperbacks here, and I'm really excited actually to do that. So that will be on an Instagram post. I'm going to make a separate video that's going on like TikTok, Instagram, that whole deal. That will be on Instagram for you guys to comment on and like, and I will be doing a giveaway of 5 different paperbacks signed by me to give away. But yeah, I'm curious as to what your guys' thoughts are in terms of the KDP version and the Ingram Spark edition. The Ingram Spark edition goes through Barnes & Nobles. It goes through all the distributors that Ingram Spark sends. I only have the hardcover through Ingram Spark because you get a dust jacket, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what that's like. KDP does not offer a dust jacket option, so I only went through Ingram Spark for the dust jacket so we can get the cool naked hardcover. I'm not changing that. That's staying the same. The paperbacks, as far as like the margins are concerned, and just being transparent, and as far as the being available for Amazon Prime goes, the KDP version just makes the most sense. Unfortunately, which stinks that it's like just a millimeter different. So I know that's going to bug some people, but I will still be doing this with Book 2. I will still be doing the Ingram Spark paperback with Book 2, so people will be able to get that either directly through me or at Ingram Spark or through Barnes & Noble. But I will probably be going through with the KDP. But I am curious as to your guys' thoughts because, that's something that would bug me too. It's barely a difference. It really is. The red's just more red on the KDP version, which honestly I kind of like better in that way. But yeah, just curious as to what your guys' thoughts are there. Otherwise, Book 2, I just got essentially the final copy back for Book 2's cover. My Patreon members, if you're a Runeborn member over on my Patreon, you will be seeing that at least 2 weeks early, roughly. I believe I'm going to start working with Robert Chotia, who did the Naked hardback for Book 1 within this next 4 weeks to try and start, getting a piece put together. So you Runeborn members are in for some early sneak peeks here in the coming months. In terms of the cover, you're going to see it early before the big reveal that we're going to put out through social media and everything. You guys can see that cover there early if you're a Runeborn member. As well as the art pieces, that'll probably be a 30-day lead time for you guys to see in advance, which will be really cool. And I also put some concept work on there that the artist let me. So I'm going to ask Stuart if I can do that so you guys can see the concepts that we're working with for Book 2's cover before that 2-week period where I actually post the final cover for Book 2, because we still got to do typography with Abel Montero, assuming that we're working together. We've talked and we've confirmed it, but I just want to make sure, obviously, and confirm, because I still have to send him his books, which is crazy that I haven't been able to get to that yet. But I do intend on doing that this next week as I'm doing the giveaway for these 5 paperbacks. yeah, man, I haven't gotten to the Crimson Fire yet. That's something I need to finish. My brain just shuts off when I read Malazan, and I had to get that By Blood, by Salt book done for my group read, but I will be getting to Abel's book to finishing it hopefully this next month. Actually, I'll probably read a side-by-side Black Mouth before I hop into Return of the Crimson Guard. Makes sense. Yeah, what else? See, I love having these conversations with you guys. Those are the big things. Those are the big things that are going on right now. Oh, last big thing, and then I'm going to do my ending just for you guys. Last big thing. I have officially agreed to an audiobook situation. I'm not specifying yet any details just because we have to finalize everything. I'm not going to say who yet, but we're good there. I have agreed with somebody. Maybe I'm saying that too early. I don't know. Who cares? Just being transparent. Literally sent an email out today agreeing to an offer. And I'm really excited for what's to come. You guys will be filled in on that process with about as much information as I can possibly give you. I am very excited about this. There's going to be some streams coming up. We have these giveaways for these 5 books for reaching 1,000 copies. You can imagine what the giveaway is going to be. Well, it's going to be roughly the same. I might do a hardcover giveaway for the audiobook situation once that is officially announced. But yeah, I'm just super excited. I really can't wait for all this to kind of come to fruition. I've been relatively patient and working, doing my best. I get so excited, so it's hard for me to be patient, honestly. But yeah, we're in the home stretch here, really figuring things out. Once that's finalized, you guys will know. I will send out my newsletter. You guys can go there, get the Blood Rebellion short story if you'd like. I also put the first 4 chapters of Tears of the Fallen up there for you guys to see. It's available on Kindle Unlimited for free, quote unquote. And there's some audiobook stuff in the wind. I know I've been talking about that for a while, but today I have officially, it's Thursday, whatever, and I've officially sent my intent over to sign, and we're going to see what comes up from that. I imagine things will go relatively smoothly from there. And obviously, got to check some things out, but I just wanted you guys to be in the loop because I've been transparent thus far. No reason for me to not be transparent now. My writing updates, as always, will be going out through my newsletter, as they do every week, even when I'm on vacation. And it will be on Patreon the next day for free for people to read. And I'm grateful that you guys came to hang out. We got our alpha read notes coming in. It's August 15th today. We're getting our notes in. Oh, it's 14th. Wow. We're getting our notes in by tomorrow. I'm going to send out an email tonight just to all my alpha readers that were a part of it, just to make sure that everybody is relatively on the same page. I know that I have several people that are already sending me their notes, which is exciting. I probably will send to Dave, I'm going to do some fixes. I'm going to contact Dave, my editor, Dave Butler. I'm going to see what his timeline and availability is, and then I'm going to shoot him the book. And based on how much time I have between tomorrow and when he's available, I'm going to go through and do some touch-ups on the draft that I currently have before he gets into developmentally editing it. But I like having some juice from readers going into that because it just helps me feel a little bit more confident about choices I've made and seeing kind of where we're at in the process. Trying something new. Got to always try something new. It's a part of the process. No updates for book 3. That'll come in the future. I'm rambling now. Grateful you guys came. Maybe some Berserk notes next week. Who knows? Who really knows? All right. I'm kidding. All right. I'm going to do a 90-second video with a Bells of Word probably. And, yeah. Whew. It's hot outside today. I ate a corn dog that was deep fried in with crinkle cut French fries, and it was half mozzarella cheese, half hot dog at the Iowa State Fair. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Did I enjoy it? Honestly, no. I didn't. Did not live up to the hype. Would rather have just had a corn dog. That was a bit much, if I'm being honest. I don't eat those regularly, by the way, but I would. Just don't got them. Don't make them. Don't got them. Don't have them. Whatever. All right. You guys have bared with me this long, so I'll reward you by ending the video. All right. You guys are making it kind of weird now. You guys do this every week. Bye.